Well, good evening, my little Brooksaholics. How are we? So, I wanted to show you guys something really quick. And this is what I like to call this is Exhibit 83. Who remembers Exhibit 83? The sticker conspiracy. It's Sticker-Gate. We'll call it Sticker-Gate.
I provided to you prior to you going up on the stand what's been marked as States Exhibit 83. Do you have that in front of you?
Yes.
Can you briefly identify it for how it's labeled, how many pages it consists of?
What exhibit is that?
Exhibit 83.
It's the Crash Reconstruction Mechanical Inspection Report.
The whole report is exhibit 83?
Correct.
Yes.
The whole report?
Go ahead. I haven't ruled on it yet, so go ahead and ask your questions, Attorney Basie.
Sir, how many pages does this report consist of?
10. At the top it contains case number and recon number which match my name, the reconstructionist, and then it begins the report and vehicle identification information, and then on the bottom it's marked with exhibit number 83.
Objection. I have the 10 pages, and nowhere on here does it say it's an exhibit. Nowhere on here.
That's because it was marked for purposes of trial. It has an exhibit sticker now. So your objection's noted, it's overruled, and the witness...
I'm privy to the same.
The witness may answer the question. It's been marked as an exhibit. Your objection's noted. It is overruled. Exhibit 83 is received.
So is my paperwork ever going to say exhibit 83? Or is it just going to be this?
Mr. Brooks, I'll take that up outside the presence of the jury later, but we're going to continue.
It
Go
was brought
ahead.
up in front of the jury.
Mr. Brooks, we're going to continue with the questioning of this witness.
What is y'all trying to fool here?
Mr. Brooks, please.
This is
No one's...
Please, nothing.
The exhibit, to my understanding, has previously been provided to you. You have it. It's now been marked as an exhibit for trial
Y'all got
purposes.
something I don't have, though.
Go ahead.
That's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be fair.
Attorney Basie, I trust that this was previously turned over.
It was, and I believe the defendant has a copy of it in front of him.
Thank you.
Where does
Please
it say
continue.
exhibit 83? It doesn't say that this was going
Again,
to be
we'll take
used
this
as
up
an
outside the
exhibit.
presence of the jury later. It's not something we need to do right now. Go ahead and ask your questions.
Thank you, Your Honor. So the first section of your report, and I'm just going to direct your attention to page 3 of Exhibit 83, talks about the tires and the suspension and tie rods. Do you see that?
Objection leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Yes.
And can you describe for the jury what part of the inspection, describe this part of the inspection?
Objection leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer. The report's been received by the court, and the state may direct the witness to various points at its discretion.
And when was it made an exhibit? Because I wasn't aware of that.
Go ahead, Attorney Basie. You may continue.
Thank you. Sir, can you describe the information contained in the first section of the report under the heading Tires, Wheels, Steering, Suspension, Brakes?
Objection leading.
All right, thank you. You may step down. I will take that. Thank you, sir. And once the witness passes, I'll excuse the jury for an afternoon break. It's just about 3:06. We'll take about 15 minutes. I'll rise for the jury. You can be seated. Mr. Brooks, I know the last thing you said, I heard you say that's hilarious. What were you referring to?
I was referring to, like, are you serious? Some of the same things that I ask on when it's my time to question the witness can be overruled. But when the same thing is done and I object, it's nothing. It's just thrown to the side. I just think that's funny.
Well,
I
sir,
really do.
I don't find it funny, number one. Number two,
You're not in my position either.
The court rules on the objections at the time that the objections are made. I know, and I wanted to address this briefly. You can have a seat. You had questioned during the testimony of this witness, Exhibit 83, because I believe what you were saying is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, the copy of the report you have does not have an exhibit sticker on it.
It does.
Right. And
You want to see it?
I don't doubt that your copy does not have an exhibit sticker, because at the time the report was provided to you, and I'll have the state correct me if I'm wrong on this, it would have been provided through the course of discovery. I'd also note that on April, I believe 22nd of 2022, the state filed a notice of expert naming Inspector Ryan Schultz as an expert witness and indicated that he would testify consistent with his report. And then I directed your attention to the statutes in the rules of evidence dealing with expert testimony, specifically starting at 907.02 through 907.07. That is why I didn't stop during the testimony to have a discussion outside the presence of the jury, because at that point, the objection to not having an exhibit sticker on your report would not prevent the court from receiving the exhibit once the proper foundation was laid, which in my opinion it was. And the fact that your document didn't have that specific exhibit sticker doesn't diminish the fact that I know from your cross-examination you were referring to the report. At times you referred to it by page number. It was clear from your questioning that you had reviewed it, and so I just wanted to make...
That didn't come from the report, Your Honor. The only
record
thing
of
that
that
came from the report was from page 9, when I was trying to get clarity about why it said worn tie rod.
Oh, and you actually questioned the witness about the different tire and what that would mean. So I thought 3 good areas of cross-examination that you covered. As far as the other issues I think that you might have when there's redirect, I'm not going to explain what redirect is, sir, but again, for my position, there's direct examination, there's cross-examination. The state or any witness, any party that calls a witness always has the opportunity to ask the direct exam questions and then redirect based upon what's asked during cross-examination. Sometimes that does mean there's some repetition, but I didn't see anything through the redirect of this witness that I thought was improper. So I just wanted to make a record of that. I am going to caution you, sir.
Do you understand what I was saying?
But during multiple times during the questioning of that witness, you were mumbling under your breath. You say disparaging remarks toward the court, toward the witness, or toward the process.
So if it was disparaging, what did I say?
Sir,
Because I
you
don't-
say things like it's not fair, or you make noises that suggest like you're disgusted with the ruling that is made.
So you're assuming what I mean by that, and when did I say
Mr.
it
Brooks,
wasn't
I'm
fair?
just making a record because
Yeah, but
it's
you're making
important
an
that
incorrect record.
it's important that you demonstrate courtesy and decorum through these proceedings, and that you give respect to the witnesses who are testifying in the process.
Did
As
the
you-
witness feel disrespected? Did the witness say anything about feeling
Mr. Brooks,
disrespected?
I'm not going to engage in this
'Cause I don't think he
back and
did.
forth with you because, first of all, it's a mischaracterization of my observations, number one, and
Yeah,
number
but
two,
your
it's
observations
my
are
job.
incorrect.
It's
If
my
it-
job to ensure that under 906.11 that there's the effective presentation, and I'll just refer you to that once again. I'll read it into the
You don't,
record.
you don't need to read it.
Under
You don't need to
906.
read it. Just make sure that you make a correct
The judge shall exercise reasonable
Don't lie on the
control over the mode and order of interrogating witnesses and presenting evidence
it's
so
gonna
as
get
to do
addressed
all of
every
the
time.
following. Make the interrogation and presentation
Every time.
effective for the ascertainment of truth. Avoid needless consumption of time. Protect witnesses from harassment or undue embarrassment. Sub 2 talks about the scope of cross-examination. Sub 3 talks about leading questions, and when leading questions may be used to develop the witness's testimony. So with that, we'll take our break. I'll start the 15 minutes. It's 3:13. We are in recess. Thank you. Go ahead.
I did actually take note of when the court overruled one of Mr. Brooks' objections. His
don't
response
consent to being
was,
called that name,
"Stop
Your Honor."
trying to be slick."
Yeah, I did say that.
So,
All right.
just for the record, I thought that was very disrespectful.
Thank you. I would agree.
Judge, can we discuss scheduling at some point as well, either now or on the
When we
return?
come back.
Why wasn't that addressed right when it happened?
Honestly, Mr. Brooks, I'm really trying hard
Because
not to
that's
highlight
the
your
definition of trying to be slick.
during the trial. I'm trying my best here to
I don't see
frankly
that.
minimize
I don't
pointing
see
those
it.
things out to the jury and instead
I
pointing
don't
them
see it.
out outside the presence of the jury. You may have noticed I've even started to say I'd remind the jurors that the comments of the parties or the attorneys are not evidence, so as to cast a broad brush and not simply highlight your conduct.
I haven't noticed anything, and I don't
But all right, we're in
refer
recess.
to what
Thank you.
conduct
It's
you're referring
3:14.
to. If you're gonna be biased, then
Some people were asking about the Waukesha Christmas Parade Foundation, and it is waukeshafoundation.org. They have a link on there that's called the Christmas Parade Fund, where you can go in and donate, and you can see also what they've done. They've got a Facebook page, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. They're doing some great stuff for the community, and I'm sure that in the background they're doing a lot of great things for the children that witnessed this horrific event. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Be good, be safe, love y'all, bye.